Have you ever wondered how to build a rain garden? Okay, so first and foremost, what exactly is a rain garden? A rain garden is a garden that collects rainwater. This garden typically has structures such as dry creek beds, natural irrigation systems, and native plantings that thrive in water loving ecosystems. Rain gardens are great for floodplains, areas that collect too much rain that cause heavy erosions, muddy backyards, and other areas that need to collect rainwater. Rain gardens aren't just a smart way to navigate water loving areas, but they add beauty and create a pollinator friendly ecosystem that attracts native bees, butterflies, moths, and hummingbirds. Here in Georgia, planting in the fall is my favorite time to allow plants to establish strong and healthy root systems. This specific fall installed rain garden lies in a floodplain. The surrounding areas in the community are all on higher elevation, so when it rains, the runoff from the hillsides all trickle into this backyard. We first built a natural dry creek bed to collect rainwater from a downspout and from the surrounding hillside in the front yard.
All right, you guys, so we basically started digging. We did this with shovels, so we need to get it at a perfect angle. Let me get up to show you what the hole looks like. So we have the line coming from over here to catch water, and that way when it comes through this gate, because a lot of water floods through this gate, it will catch all of the water right here. And then we basically dug out this whole entire section because all of the rain-loving plants are going to go into the middle of this. There's going to be an outline of stone. That way it just flows all into the rain garden without affecting any of the soil over here. And I will show you the finished product shortly.
The creek bed surrounds the rain garden, where the surrounding water will remain in the creek bed and soak into the ground, which will give the water loving plants adequate water to survive. Now, we specifically elevated the inner garden bed so it is not directly sitting in water, which can potentially cause root rot. Once the creek bed was built, by digging a trench and adding river rock, we added blue star creeper along the bed. This will allow any runoff from increased rain periods to directly water the blue star creeper, which can take heavy amounts of water in the south, heavy foot traffic, and flowers beautiful blue tiny flowers in the spring. This ground cover spreads rapidly over time, which creates a mulch alternative and perfect for rain gardens so no mulch in the surrounding area shifts. Within the rain garden itself, we place heavier water-loving plants towards the entrance of the creek bed and moderate water-loving plants near the back of the creek bed. We also made sure to add border plants towards the front of the visual plane and taller plants in the back. The plants chosen are Hans Herm switchgrass, a native prairie grass to North America. Its stiff, upright foliage emerges steely blue with red-tipped accents, shifting to tan with striking burgundy red highlights in the fall. This grass loves rain. It loves water. And so that's why we placed it towards the front of the rain garden. Next up is great blue lobelia, also known as blue cardinal flower. I love this one and I like to place it in the back of any garden design because they grow extremely tall, anywhere from 4 to 6 feet tall, and they are amazing at attracting hummingbirds. So this one is just known as cardinal flower, and I love to add this one in any garden design, specifically for native plantings, because it adds such a beautiful red variance within the garden itself, and it also adds great height. So this flower also reaches around 4 to 6 feet tall. And what I also really like about it is that you can even place this in partial to full, almost want to say full shade. So that also goes with great blue lobelia. They're both great at having partial to full shade. Next up is marsh blazing star. These are typically planted in corms. And what I do want to mention for this one specifically, as you can see in the description, this flower attracts a specific type of pollinator. When you are designing your rain garden, you really want to think about, okay, how can I attract specific pollinators that I want to visually see in my garden or that are even beneficial for my ecosystem, which is the most important? Blue flag iris is a beautiful pale blue purple iris that loves water. It also attracts specific types of pollinators such as hummingbirds and specific butterflies. Use this one in your garden to add such a beautiful depth of color. Moving on to the main border plants, which create a mounding effect, we have uptick coreopsis. This is a pale yellow pastel coreopsis. When choosing a specific coreopsis, there's many that like different types of soil. This coreopsis likes moderately damp to moist soils, so make sure when you are choosing a coreopsis, also known as tick seed, you are choosing one for your rain garden that likes wet soils. And last but not least, we have rainbow echinacea. There are many different types of echinacea. You probably know the one called purple echinacea or purple coneflower. This one I quite enjoy adding in garden designs because it opens up a beautiful apricot orange and fades into a light pastel pink. This one was placed towards the far side of the rain garden because it can tolerate moist soil. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed and found this video useful for designing your rain garden. Feel free to design any garden with Gardening Thyme. My name is Najet, and I am the designer at Gardening Thyme. I also do vegetable teaching classes at Garden with Najet, so feel free to check us out anytime, and I hope you have a great afternoon.